back to Rotten Rambling On, the podcast associated with Rotten Reels Reviews, blogspot.com.
The place where we talk about anything and everything that you always never wanted to hear about.
You know, I got that right off the cuff again. Yeah. I'm actually getting better at this.
Yeah. And you don't even have it written down.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
impressive. Now, if only you had written down that really great one you did one time.
God, I know, right?
And
that
we
just
don't
bums
even
me.
have that recorded
It bums me. I don't even know which one it was. Again, this is, I'm Jake, and
I'm Sean.
As you figured that part out. Just want a quick warning here. This is an adult podcast. There will be adult language, adult situations. I might get drunk and start flailing organs out. Who knows?
I actually need a top-up.
Yeah, here. We're enjoying a scotch and sour.
Yeah. Good times. Good times. But scotch and sour is not what today's episode is about.
Isn't?
If you may have noted the pictures on the Rotten Rambling's Facebook page a month prior to this recording.
I remember that day.
Today we are doing everything associated with our beloved Escape from New York.
Yes, today we will be reviewing or commenting or conversing about the 1981, I would call it a despotic future, because it is...
And hearing that English accent go insane. There's something about insane English people.
Well, yeah, if you want anything remotely close to that, you actually have to watch the fourth Halloween, which is basically just recreating the first one.
Which, in case you've never seen it, folks, Donald Pleasance appears in that movie, or series of movies as well.
As Dr. Loomis.
Yes.
Michael Myers, I guess shrink would be the best description?
Failing shrink. I mean...
Yeah, anytime you got to bring a 357 Magnum or a 44 with you, chances are you failed him on an emotional level.
You have failed this practice.
And then come the Arrow references. But establishing such, this course film establishes that the president of the timeline in question has his vessel, or I guess Air Force One would be a better description, has been damaged and is threatening to blow it up in the basis of this People Americans Liberation Front. It was really long-winded.
Wasn't it the Libyans? I mean, isn't that the...
Nah, the Libyans are outdated. That's where you get your
That's where you go
plutonium
for your plutonium.
Exactly. Thank you. Back to the Future reference.
The Libyans.
What else do you think? The Libyans. Unfortunately, I can't do that voice very well without a lot of coffee. Or,
Great
tweak.
God. This movie takes place in 1997.
Doc, were you trying to tell me that a film came out in 97 and was enjoyable? All right, but getting back on track.
Actually, if you're going to do and I know I'm taking us off topic, and I don't care.
No, just keep interrupting. Have fun. What the fuck am I doing here?
I just feel at this point, if you're going to do a Michael J. Fox impersonation, don't you really just go back to Katharine Hepburn from On Golden Pond, and that's pretty much how you do a Michael J. Fox impersonation.
Now see, I thought you were just going to go for the dialogue from Casualties of War.
No, I was making fun of his Parkinson's disease,
okay,
actually.
yeah. So what you're basically saying is you're a heartless bastard that it keeps interrupting. Okay, cool. No, the basis...
I'm done. Go ahead.
Yeah, really, stop it.
All right.
I'm going to kick you.
Ow!
I haven't even raised a foot, folks. He's lying. He'll know.
I'm telling your mother.
I'm sure you will.
All right, would you go ahead and tell me?
I'm trying to, you interrupted bastard. For the basis of this, the president's escape pod, which, by the way, was that not really cool? Actually, how it was reinforced?
It really was.
Although he did look like he was coming out of one of those little eggs holding pantyhose.
And he's... Actually, I kind of expected him to say Nanu Nanu.
I know, it was just at that level. We're like, wow, I am truly an 80s kid.
You know what's actually kind of interesting, though? The look of their tech looked more advanced than the tech in Aliens, which was set even farther in the future, made roughly around the same time period.
Oh, but what's so funny is, from that basis, though, his escape pod lands into what is now the Manhattan Maximum Security Penitentiary. All the island of New York, has been transformed into one massive penitentiary for the worst of the worst.
Oh yeah, they ringed the entire island in what I believe a
50-foot concrete wall covered in razor wire. All the existing islands in question. Anytime somebody tries to make it off water, is not going to happen because they have all these police force just encamped around it.
And mines, too, don't they?
All the bridges are mined.
Yeah.
You have... so that would also include every tunnel, too. So, yeah, there is absolutely no way you should be able to get off this island.
So, pretty much it's like visiting Brooklyn now.
That's just for the gentrification.
Oh, okay.
However, they have approximately 24 hours to get said president off because of the vital information he's carrying.
Oh, yes.
So, the police commissioner running said, Manhattan Island, portrayed by Lee Van Cleef.
Yeah.
And if you people aren't familiar with him, well, fuck you. I'm not even going to bother. No, I'm not kidding.
He made a cowboy movie once, didn't he?
Yeah. I think it was called Good and the Bad and the Ugly. Yeah. Gunsmoke. Have Gun Will Travel. Fistful of Dollars. How long do you want me to fucking go on? And I can also talk about his B movies if you like, too.
Lee Van Cleef is a B-movie actor?
I know. There was this Master Ninja series, for example.
Oh, God. No. Not the,
yep. I went there.
Ninja series.
I went there.
Oh, gosh.
He is, I love the aspect, recruited. He is a ensconced former Special Forces Bob Snake Plissken.
Asked nicely, I believe. Yeah.
To infiltrate said prison, get the president and the information back within 24 hours. He will receive a full pardon.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is basically a suicide mission, so he could have offered him anything at this point.
Oh, he definitely could.
And basically he's supposed to drop into New York with a non-existent glider. Yes, I'm sorry. Well, that was pretty well blue-screened. I didn't buy it. But I bought the submersible from Escape from L.A., even less. That was some really bad CGI, man.
Well, and I think it's important to say, when Van Cleef asked him nicely, he asked him nicely with some injected micro-explosives.
They're put in each artery of his neck.
Yeah.
Which means about the size of a pinhead, but enough to open them both up and you bleed out in, a couple of seconds, maybe?
Yeah, pretty much. I believe that's exactly what they told him.
And by that, they outfit him with a submachine gun, a pretty decent revolver, enough throwing knives. Dear God, right? Yeah. Some explosives, some stick matches. Yeah, they pretty well fitted. Well, and had 4 mags worth of for that MAC-10?
He did, but you know what? As much gear as he was carrying, it was still a very iconic image. The Snake Plissken look.
The whole aspect, they had him all the weapons laid out.
Hey, he wasn't wearing a dildo harness, was he?
No, I think that's solely Jessica Biel's territory.
All right, that's just Blade movies.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I was curious, actually.
Well, what I thought was so impressive is that this, again, is a $6 million budget. So just to give you some highlights here, case in point, the only shot in New York is on Liberty Island.
Yeah.
That is it, to get the Lady Liberty shot. Everything else is in St. Louis after the 1973 massive fire, where apparently asbestos does not block it very well. 20 goddamn blocks went up like kindling. They had over 20 blocks to work with to create their Manhattan. Mm-hmm. They had to truck in Air Force One, as it were, as they had to cut it in 3 sections.
Yeah.
Of this, just getting this from the airplane graveyard, it's like short of Pasadena. And they literally had to truck these all in. So Kurt Russell has this great comment about this. So everyone in the crew is about 5 blocks up from him. They couldn't hear shit. As they're moving in trucks, they've got hoists, they've got winches, they're trying to move all these in position. He's 4 blocks down, he's all decked out in character, and he says he spotted 3 of these cats walking around. Now, again, as in full character, he is wearing a MAC-10 with a suppressant, a .357 Magnum, he's got all his blades and whatnot, and again, he looks like a certifiable badass, but he just kind of brandishes the gun. And they just went off and did something else. He goes, on one end, from my character standpoint, I do feel more like a badass. The other end of the spectrum was like, oh, thank God, all I've got are blanks, and they would fucking kill me.
Yeah, because, really, when you think about it, not too long ago, this man was, your Disney go-to boy for...
the computer with tennis shoes.
The computer with the strongest man in the world.
Not to mention all his childhood stuff, too.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite interview is he's talking to Graham Norton, and he says, and I quote, he goes, "Yeah, no, acting was fun, but it was just kind of like a secondary thing for me because I wanted to do baseball." He goes, "My fallback position was acting." And I'm sitting there going, you know what most actors' fallback positions is a business management or an accounting degree.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, that's kind of funny, though. I mean, that was...
kind of gives you an ego level.
Not on the same level, obviously, as Kurt Russell, but Dean Cain was the same way. Yeah. I mean, he played for the Dolphins. That was his
tore
career.
The crap out of his knee.
Yeah, and so he fell back on acting.
Yeah, you know, that's what's so funny about that. And look at him now, poor bastard, Supergirl. God, I'd cut myself at that point. No, but what I think is so funny is some of the other aspects, like the outdoor scenes in question. Yeah, that's all St. Louis.
Yeah.
And they used the... Oh, God, I'm trying to think of the name of that theater now. Is it long since repaired it?
Oh, you're talking about the... Nope, lost it. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of the... Because that theater was initially for theatrics, not doing... it wasn't a movie house.
Yeah. No. It was like a stage theater.
What I thought was... But yeah, and again, they've built it up long since then, and it is a beloved icon because of Escape from New York. But what I thought was so funny is how many... the most of Manhattan Island is actually the L.A. Spillwell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so all they did was, for our concrete bears, is just add a few lights and a little forced perspective to not show off that they are actually down in the Spillwell. As you see them trying to climb up the wall, that's where they're at. They're in L.A. Spillwell. And you've seen this goddamn thing, I don't even know how many different flicks. Gone in 60 Seconds. Cleopatra Jones, Last Action Hero, T2, you see the big ass truck chasing down John Connor and Arnold. Hell, you see it in the fucking remake of the Italian Job. So it has been used. Chinatown, another flick. Chinatown. Yeah. What's what I got another Carpenter flick. Them. It's also used in Them.
We don't talk about them.
Really? Come on, man. That's Roddy and Keith beating the crap out of each other. That is an episodic street fight, sir. Anytime you drop your knee in a guy's balls that many times, and he isn't having a hard time pissing blood, you need to be impressed, for one.
Sir, this is a classical program.
Oh, my apologies.
Quality program.
My apologies. Yes,
we don't talk about Roddy.
We don't talk about
Piper.
balls. Yes, I'm sorry.
We don't talk about Roddy Piper.
No balls here.
But it was the Fox Theater. It is the theater you were thinking of.
That was it. Yeah, I just thought that was amazing. Of course, from the amusing value, if you guys bother to watch the special edition Escape from New York, put on the commentary for Carpenter and Kurt Russell. That shit was hilarious. Like, hey, there's my ex-wife. Hey, there's your ex-wife. Hey, there's my ex-brother-in-law. They're just having a blast.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, you'll end up laughing through most of that. Carpenter is what, maybe 15 years older than him? Yeah. Just constantly calling him a kid. Probably the only guy that can really call Kurt Russell a fucking kid. And I'm just laughing through that because you're going, that's pretty good. All the forced perspective, the scale model, and the matte painting that is done for our computer effect.
Oh, yeah.
Brought to us by this Jimmy Cameron guy. You might know better as James Cameron, prior to doing The Terminator.
Yeah.
This is where he was just starting to scrape away money to do such. Though I still found that hilarious that AVCO was considering Charles Brosnan or Clint Eastwood. What was the other one? You think it was Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah,
was
Tommy
it?
Lee Jones.
Anybody else to play Pliskin but Kurt Russell.
Did we mention Nick Nolte? And
they were basing this all on his previous work, like his Disney work or his child star work.
Which actually, interestingly
it's understandable.
Enough, you know, he played somebody more badass than Pliskin right before the filming of that movie.
Captain Ron?
No. He played a serial killer, actually.
Elvis?
No, I'm trying to remember the name. Charles...
Lee Ray?
No, Charles Whitman. He did a movie about the serial killer, Charles Whitman.
Oh, wow.
Right before he...
God, that is...
He took the role of Snake Plissken. So he actually...
Yeah, that should have been a good reference point right there.
Did
you see this flick? All right, go from there. Well, I think Carpenter's main reason was because they did the Elvis movie together.
Yeah.
And he liked how easygoing and natural it was to work with Russell. Mm-hmm. So he figured, this is the cat in question to do this with.
Yeah. I called him a serial killer, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Actually inappropriate. Whitman was a spree killer. He was a
I believe
mass murderer.
Yeah.
He did it all in like the space of a day or two.
Yeah, he was kind of a sick bastard.
Yeah. Well, he was fighting the commies.
Well, no, of course. With that in mind, though, we should also talk about our supporting cast. I mean, yes, we do have Kurt Russell. Yes, we do have Donald Pleasance.
Yeah.
But we have not covered a fraction of the cool collective cast here.
Not by half. Interestingly enough, though, before we get into the other characters...
This is going about Adrienne Barbeau's tits again, isn't it?
I said before we got into the other characters.
Sorry.
I will talk about her tits at length at a later time, sir.
Understandable.
Be assured. That topic will come
Probably
up.
had a lift done by now.
She needed a lift back in this shit. But anyway, I digress.
Dude, she's carrying a small D.
Oh, I know.
And I'm sorry, nothing small about a D cup.
Yeah.
Right.
No, do you
some
know
wrist problem.
why he didn't want to go with Brosnan? Or Bronson? Excuse me. Brosnan's a different cat entirely.
Kiss Brosnan? Probably thought he was too much of a gentleman.
Yeah, probably.
And he was too young.
But that cat would make a great Bond someday. But, no, actually, Charles Bronson, he didn't want Bronson because Bronson was an established actor.
Yeah, I can see that. But so was Kurt.
As a newer director, he was afraid he was going to lose. What's the word I'm looking for? Not control, rights? I guess.
Yeah, that would be the better description.
Yeah, that his directorial control.
Because production would move in and go, okay, we're going to change this. Yeah, we're slashing your budget to this.
Well, and Bronson
he's also been an accomplished producer
you
too.
Can expect him to come in and go, I'm feeling I should do this.
Coupled with the fact he's also an experienced producer, so you've got that input too.
Yeah.
So at that point, you've got too many cooks in the kitchen, and they've just spoiled your soup.
And interestingly enough, he thought he was too old for the role. I don't know about that. I don't necessarily agree.
No, I don't agree with that because this is still right at Death Wish. So he was barely. No, he was about 40. Yeah, he'd just gotten into 40.
But, I mean, with the makeup...
There's a lot of calisthenics involved.
Yeah.
You do have to agree, that is pretty much a cardio-based film.
Yeah. Well, but, I mean, the way they did Snake Plissken, the look they gave Snake Plissken on Kurt definitely made him look older than the... what was he, 20?
Well, he was supposed to be a... Yeah, of course, when you think about it, he was supposed to be a Vietnam vet.
Yeah.
Coupled with X amount of work after that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love how they just fabricated his entire backstory.
Oh yeah. Well, did you ever hear him in the DVDs talk about in interviews? He described Snake Plissken and Snake Plissken's style as, I believe it was the Terminator, Bruce Lee, and Darth Vader all rolled up into one.
See, I didn't get that.
With the Clint Eastwood vocalness.
See, I didn't get that vibe. I just got pure. I got pure anti-hero.
Yeah, well, he was.
Yeah. You put him in about the same category as the Punisher, Blade, Ghost Rider, of that vernacular of, we're not good guys, we have shit we have to do.
Lobo is a great...
No, Lobo is pretty much just a psychotic. But that definition, though, he is purest of anti-hero, and that's one other reason why I appreciate the genre.
Yeah.
And people are like, so what is this, science fiction, post-apocalyptic? I said, no, it's despotic.
No, it's dystopian future.
Yeah, exactly. This is police state in every sense of the world.
Well, this is right on par with a bunch of the books and games we were talking about before, like Twilight 2000.
Yeah.
Well, no, sorry.
Twilight 2000 is more... No, you would actually fall this under, like, Deus Machina. Excuse me, Deus.
Cyberpunk.
V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta, yep.
Another prime example, which I still love, that Alan Moore wrote that during the Thatcher years. So I'm going, because if you watch this bitch, this is what's going to happen. And by the way, the Wachowski brothers kind of went a little pussy on that one.
They did.
The book is, the miniseries is vastly darker by comparison.
And the published work is.
Yeah, I know. So they're just going to go, wow, you guys kind of pussed out here. I kind of expected more.
I don't think you can call them the Wachowski brothers anymore, though.
The recently
the Matrix
piss poor boys. Yeah, kind of deserving it though.
Because I mean, one of them became a Wachowski sister with his Matrix money.
Right, I forgot that. Okay. Well, the Wachowski siblings.
Yes, the Wachowskis. We could just...
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like they're a couple... Well, anyway, moving on.
Case in point of this, though, as far as our supporting cast considers, we have a TV, screen, and film legendary character actor, Ernest Borgnine.
Yeah.
How can you not love this guy in this character alone? As he's just chucking malted cocktails out from his cab. Yes, I don't normally come down this late, but they do a great show. Yeah, this stuff's like gold down here. Boom!
And how many things has Ernest Borgnine in?
God, you could just go from McHale's Navy alone.
No.
This man has been in television and film for more than 40 years. No, God, 50 years.
Let's see, what, McHale's Navy?
That unfortunate film. Unfortunately, same name film.
The Dirty Dozen.
Dirty Dozen, yes.
Oh,
God.
gosh, yeah.
Oh, my God. If you want the bloodiest... and this is a toss-up for me.
Yeah.
But the bloodiest two Westerns... No, excuse me. I'll go three.
Yeah.
The Searchers is the less of the three for blood. Django, the actual one, not your remake. And last but certainly not least, The Dirty Dozen.
That was a remake?
Fuck you.
Okay, sorry.
No, I'm sorry, man. You look at Franco Nero by comparison to Jamie Foxx, you'll know who the superior badass is.
Though,
and it ain't Electro.
Though I will say that Leonardo DiCaprio
he was fucking
really
out there.
Good and he really brought his...
Yeah, he really made me believe he was a racist piece of shit. I mean, that's where we were going.
And then you watched the movie and the character was pretty good too. Yeah.
And then Mel Gibson dropped by, drunk again, spewing a bunch of anti-Semitism.
He wasn't drunk.
That's the excuse for going with.
God.
He was hammered.
I just remember what else I saw. He was even in Magnum P.I., for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Ernest Borgnine. He's been in everything.
Yeah, he has literally filtered his way through television. Riptides. He was in fucking Riptides.
Oh, God. That's
Simon and Simon.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, so you could go through this whole... I think he was even in an A-Team episode.
I think he was. Yes, I actually...
Ernest Borgnine dominated from the 60s to the 80s as far as television is concerned. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised we find him in an episode of Flipper. But instead of a normal, good-hearted fella, he's a pirate! Arr!
Oh, yeah. Just a quick look back through his filmography, and we've got him showing up in TV series back in the early 1950s.
Yep. He did Gunsmoke.
He did. Captain Video and his Video Rangers.
I don't know what you're talking about, thankfully. Blocking it out.
The Lone Wolf TV series.
Oh, God, you would bring that up.
I would have to.
Can we just move on to Harry Dean Stanton?
All right, fine.
And his buxom bodyguard.
But what about Isaac Hayes?
No. We're getting Isaac Hayes. That is a totally different scenario. I'm helping with supporting cast before we go to main protagonist.
Before we're working our way up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Harry Dean Stanton.
We're going to talk about her left boob or her right boob first?
You know, whichever forwarded her career better.
Each got its own credit.
Yeah, Poncho and Lefty.
Right? Yeah.
Oh wait, no, sorry, that's Pam's tits. Sorry, I confused my tits. Those were the fake ones. These are the real ones. My apologies. Right. My apologies.
And the fake ones had, Finnish names because
exactly
she got them in Scandinavia.
Well, Pam felt that they deserved the recognition. They did give her a career.
That's true.
Believe me, go watch Baywatch.
Oh, God. Oh,
Slight jiggle. Yeah, I'm sorry. Was Stephanie the only gal that didn't actually buy her tits?
Yeah, I think so.
You see, Bingham, Carmen Electra. Yeah. Christ, Erica Lana didn't hit. No, actually, no. Hers were real.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I believe they are.
This is suddenly.
I am not a breast aficionado.
This has become a game show, folks. If you can call in and tell us,
guess these boobs for that Tahiti getaway.
But didn't I hear the words Harry Dean Stanton come up just a moment ago?
Harry Dean Stanton, another fine character actor of such things like, Alien, perhaps?
Yeah.
Working alongside the infamous Yaphet Kotto. Man, it's the greatest name, right?
Wait, no, not Alien.
Yeah, he was in the first Alien.
Was it Alien? I thought that wasn't until the second one.
No, it's sure? Yaphet Kotto, Ian Holm.
Yeah.
Harry Dean Stanton.
That's right. He was the
Tom
other
Skerritt.
mechanic. Yeah, you're
Tom
right.
Skerritt. And, of course, Sigourney Weaver, which
Yep.
everyone fucking remembers.
That was actually a movie.
Dude, I remember almost the entire cast except for the other gal whose name keeps escaping me.
You know what I always think of him as, though? As the evil fucking cult leader of that HBO TV series, Big Love.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he was in that.
Yeah. He was that. He was Roman Grant, the evil fucking...
You know, this is a weird thing about character actors. It's whatever
Well,
they pick up.
You can forget that they're in a movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Case in point with that, what was a good example? That Elijah Cook Jr. This
Oh,
guy
yeah.
has worked from everyone from Cagney, Bogart. He did, in fact, one of the most predominant roles before he passed on was his drunk in the original Salem's Lot. But I remember him being in Blackula. It's just all these... And he did not care because he was at that age bracket where he's like, yeah, you guys still need me. But yeah, it's similar to like Brian Dennehy just showing up.
Yeah.
Who else would be a good example of this? Just for character actor status. Thank you, brain, for taking a fucking walk. I'm in Sean territory. Shit! Fuck! Can't remember.
Movie Tourette's. No, wait, that's the opposite of movie Tourette's. I'm trying to think here. Are we talking character actors that specifically appeared in Escape from New York, or were you bringing?
No, I was just actually referencing character actors as a whole. It's just kind of an example of, because Harry Dean Stanton is one of these just really easygoing guys that you would not consider him as traditionally handsome.
Oh.
You wouldn't consider him as a, quote, leading man.
Well,
but you
you
could
want-
see him being a gunsel packing a firearm.
You want an amazing character actor. I mean,
Lance Hendrickson, you're right.
No, I was actually going to say Opie's brother.
Oh, Clint?
Yeah.
That man has done so... Oh, God. I
So
have
much
seen
work.
way too much of Clint Howard. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, God. I had what was it? Last week, I think I was doing Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 5.
Yeah.
Of all people, the main voice of how shameful the first film was, and these directors should be ran out of town, blah, fuckity, blah. Mickey Rooney immediately shut right the fuck up for a paycheck for number 5.
Of course he did.
And Clint Howard makes an appearance in it. Which is in reference to his previous character in the 4th movie.
Yeah.
Along with the main actor. Excuse me, the main actress is in it as well.
Why has the man never played a leprechaun, by the way?
I know, right? I mean, he's about the right height.
He looks like a fucking leprechaun.
Or an elf.
Something.
Yeah, as long as it's not that creeper, raper elf from Elves. Yeah, I'm good.
Interestingly enough, guess who's playing an elf on television now?
Hang on, let me think. It's a feral, right? Yeah.
No, John Rain Davies.
Why?
Apparently, if he's going to do a fantasy...
A big, tubby elf.
Yeah, apparently if he's going to do a fantasy
Look,
program
I am a
now,
fan
he's
of
like,
John...
I'm not getting on my knees, and I'm not putting on all of that fucking
Well, the guy,
spirit gum.
yeah, that spirit gun apparently
Yeah.
gave him a serious rash.
Yeah, he's got no... Yeah,
which he wouldn't shut up about.
Elves don't have beards.
But he
So-
wouldn't shut up about the rash he got from the
Oh,
spirit gum. I'm
yeah.
like, fuck you. You made how much money? Yeah.
Right?
You were buying you were buying sailing boats to pass the time.
And the way they made it sound, he suffered horrible, debilitating
No.
hospitalization. because-
Kane Hodder suffered
Yeah.
from third-degree burns. There's a reason why his hands are still covered in gloves.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to look at him. So, yeah, forgive me how he suffered.
No, actually, you want to talk about
He's also
suffering.
got some serious across his chest, too.
The guy that played the first Tin Man in the original...
Oh, my God. Think of
That
how
man
horrible
suffered.
that makeup was.
Well, he was deathly allergic to it.
Yeah, he probably couldn't even breathe worth a damn either
Oh, yeah.
because they covered up so much of him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Or that poor actress that died on Goldfinger because he covered her in gold paint.
They didn't do... That was the character that died, not the actress, you jackass. Yeah, they had to leave a spot on her tummy.
Yeah, they did.
To allow her to
actually.
breathe.
I thought it was on the back of her neck too, but maybe. I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
I think they may have done it on the back of
Yeah.
it. I don't know. I was too busy looking at the overall. I didn't bother with too much detail.
You were paying attention to your pussy galore. Is that
Yes,
what
indeed.
you said? Worst Bond name ever.
Really? Not Plenty O'Toole? What? We are unfamiliar with our Diamonds Are Forever, sir?
No. I laugh every time I hear that one, but no, pussy galore's worth.
Pussy. It sounds dirty when Sean Connery says pussy. Of course it does. We've gotten completely off track, so you get stuck handling the Isaac Hayes aspect.
What?
Yeah, sorry. You derailed me from Harry Dean Stanton a while back.
I washed my hands. Did we even
sorry.
take a moment to give another nod to Donald Pleasance?
No, I don't think we did.
We really just
brushed
over it.
Let's see, how many
the man
flicks
was
has he
a
done?
president, for God's sakes.
How many flicks has he done with Carpenter? So you got Halloween.
Yeah.
You've got Escape from New York.
Mm-hmm.
The Prince of Darkness.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think if there's anything else he's been in.
God,
I want to say there's like a fourth movie he was in.
There's like another horror movie he was in that
Damn.
I can't for the life of me.
Wasn't vampires.
No,
wasn't in
it
Village
wasn't.
of the Damned.
Mm-mm.
Fuck, I don't honestly.
I mean, he did
The
some-
Fog? Maybe? No?
No, he
No.
wasn't in The Fog.
No,
he
he
was
wasn't.
He was in the latter fifth Halloween movie. But
That doesn't count.
We're looking for different titles.
I'm looking
right?
for actual link-ups with Carpenter.
Yeah.
Not something he previously did, and this is loosely based on it.
Yeah, no.
You realize that poor bastard was all the way up to the sixth movie, and of course dies on set?
Was he really?
Yeah, because he was going, oh god, I'm in the sixth Halloween. It's crap, I tell you. Who's this Paul Rudd kid?
Oh, that's terrible.
That's for my knees popping, in case that came up on mic.
At the sound, popping at the sound of how awful that franchise became.
Oh, God, it was horrific.
how
No, I'm just trying to
upset
think
that.
now. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, no, I'm stuck on it. I can't for the life of me think, but I would swear that he was in another movie.
Yeah, you would think.
I
Well, oh my God, what's so funny is you realize Pleasance is this already accomplished actor for the better chunk of Europe
he
and
wasn't in,
long stays.
He wasn't in Django, was he?
No.
Okay.
No, but it's absolutely hilarious when you think about it. He's already this accomplished actor that has been in the UK for X amount of years, has came overseas to do whatever it was in that standing. He's working with a bunch of kids,
Yeah.
and he is the main exposition and understanding what Michael Myers is from Halloween. Without it, it wouldn't have any credibility. It would just be a guy in a William Shatner mask stabbing people. Yes, how fucked is that for you?
Yeah, I love that movie trivia right there.
How fucked is that? William Shatner is the face of Babysitter Murders.
Yep, I can't think of it to save my life.
Run,
I
little
almost said
babysitter.
Assault on Precinct 13. No, he wasn't in that either.
No, he wasn't in that either.
Nope, I give up.
I think it's only 3.
We were going to talk about Isaac Hayes. Fuck Donald Pleasance.
You're the one who wanted to honor him, you ass.
Well, the man's dead. He deserves some honoring. And the way he died. He died Raul Julia style.
What, realizing I'm in a shitty movie?
There's only one way out of my contract now.
Just sticking himself with a pen. Just jabbing a pen in his throat. I don't care anymore. Gurgle, gurgle.
They can't send this thing to post-production if I die. Little do you know, Raul.
Of course, for me, Donald Pleasance's finest role still has to be in The Puma Man.
Oh, God, no.
But it's wacky disco and Casio music.
Oh, shit, Puma Man. No, with
Puma
the,
Man. No, Puma Man.
with that stupid overexposure effect.
Oh, God, right? I'm sort of going, look, the blown-up pictures of Spider-Man crawling around in the 70s was vastly superior and believable by comparison to your really shitty blue screen effect, coupled with the fact they didn't even harness him right. The guy's ass is up in the air. I'm going, that's our hero, folks.
Actually, Donald Pleasance has done some amazing... Do you know he was actually in Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band?
Oh, my God, you're kidding.
No, he really was.
Oh, I mean, that's fabulous.
He's done everything.
Okay, I can't discredit the man who was in The Great Escape.
Was he in
Is he in the original?
No, he wasn't in the Poseidon Adventure, was he?
Not to my knowledge.
I think I'm getting him confused with someone else again.
No, he was in The Great Escape with McQueen and Garner and Brosnan, and god damn, that was a huge cast.
Yeah, of course he was in Alone in the Dark.
But that's not convinced with that horrible, German
nonsense.
nonsense.
Not to be confused.
Not to say horrible German nonsense.
No, not to be confused.
The Germans.
No, this was He was B-movie horror flick about an axe murder.
Oh, as opposed to the other B movie that was a
Starring
complete
right
knockout.
along Martin Landau and Jack Palance.
Right,
Do you
I know what you're
remember it
talking about now.
Yeah.
No, I had to suffer him through the sequel to Django.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
you have to understand,
Django. So
after that
that's
flick,
why I was
after that
thinking-
flick blew up,
Yeah.
there were a multitude of fake Django's.
Yeah.
There's about 20 different Django's that have nothing to do with Franco Nero at all. And it wasn't until, like, oh, God, it was 87, they actually did a sequel.
I knew
Not as
there
good,
was a
shockingly.
reason I thought he was associated with Django. It's because of that, unfortunate.
God damn, I can't honestly see him being in another Carpenter flick. So now, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done. I'm done! I don't care anymore. We're moving on. Let's go to Isaac Hayes.
Let's go to Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes. Yeah, and apparently fuck Harry Dean Stanton, too.
Fuck you, Donald Pleasance.
Screw you, Harry Dean
Well, you
Stanton.
mentioned him a moment. I mean, we talked
That's
about
all you
how-
get.
Yeah.
Nobody loves you.
No one big loves you.
There is no big love for you. Oh my god. What about people kept... Yeah, I got asked how to spell Isaac Hayes. I go, have you tried ISAAC? Yeah, that might be a good starter.
Interestingly enough.
Yeah, but now initially the guy's been a RB legend.
Yeah.
Let's just go from that alone. A primary sound of the 70s. If that's not enough for you, I don't know what I can help you with.
Did you know, by the way, John Carpenter directed Big Trouble in Little China too?
No, Sean, I had no idea. But thank you.
See, maybe
Was Kurt Russell in that too?
I mentioned that because Kurt Russell's been in 4 of John Carpenter's
Yeah,
movies.
yeah.
Maybe that's where you're getting the...
5, actually.
Was it 5?
Yeah,
The
we got
Thing.
Elvis, The Thing, Escape from New York, Escape from L.A., and Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay, I was forgetting about Elvis.
It's all right. It's before your time, sweetie. Yes, I'm sorry. I'll behave.
Did you just pull a gay Captain Picard on me?
I don't know what you're talking about, Stu.
Sacrilege, darling.
To give you an idea, to just go back through Isaac Hayes' standpoint, case in point, one of his most beloved blaxploitation characters is still... No.
Oh,
You shut the fuck up now. I'm serious. You don't get interrupted on
All
this
right,
one.
sorry.
That is Mack Truck Turner. This is a
Yeah.
1974 blaxploitation film where he is, in fact, the biggest, baddest motherfucker in this flick. And yeah, this is really where he started actually cutting his teeth under acting. Mm-hmm. He did a little bit of work for the Rockford Files as... Hang on, I still have to get over his fucking name. Yeah, here it is. Gandalf Fitch.
Yeah, with an F, Fitch. You... Motherfucker, you shall not pass.
I know, that's all I can envision, too. It's like, motherfucker shall not pass. That's all I can envision. But yes, as our Duke of New York
Yeah.
in question.
Not in Rockford Files, but in Escape from New
That's
York,
right,
just
yeah.
to be
Just
clear.
to clear that. There was no James Garner involved. But
No,
yeah,
could you see James Garner
as the Duke
as
of New York?
No,
No.
as Snake Plissken.
Even then, no. He's past his Rockford File years. Probably wouldn't be the best thing for him.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah, you think about just from his soundtracks alone. Oh, did he not do something amazing with this other blaxploitation flick called Shaft, I believe? Yeah.
I don't think he was in Shaft.
Yeah, I believe he was doing the entire fucking music score for it.
Yeah, that is true. That
So,
was an
thus,
amazing
in
addition.
Shaft.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's absolutely hilarious.
There's a dirty joke in there somewhere, but I'm just going to...
He was balls deep with Shaft, man! That project was his! He made that project his bitch! Okay, I think I've done enough now. Poor Sean's now kind of puddling.
Oh,
Don't spill your drink, that'd be alcohol
I was
abuse.
going to walk away. I was gonna, head held high. I was going to walk away from
Nah,
that.
I made no promise.
We took the low road, folks.
No, yeah, it didn't get much lower than that one.
Are you saying that Shaft is great?
Oh,
That hung pretty low.
I think we
there,
polished the shaft and the head with that.
But
That's
what
pretty
we haven't polished enough is Isaac Hayes.
Really? Do tell, sir. Do tell. Because I thought I gave some pretty good reputations there.
No, that's true. No, you did shine his bald head pretty.
Yeah, I do that with my balls, but anyway.
No, I'm sorry. I still can't picture him as anybody other than the character from I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker.
Slammer.
I know it's not fair to him. It's
So
not
yeah.
fair
Now,
to
what
him
was the
at
name of
all.
those characters? So it's Fred Williamson was Hammer.
Yeah.
His character was named Slammer. Who the fuck was Bernie Casey's
Well,
character
no,
name?
Isaac Hayes was Hammer.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying.
Now I'm
So it
confused.
was.
So, all right, so Fred was Slammer. Hayes was Hammer. Who the fuck was Bernie Casey's character's name then?
Slade. John.
Well, of course, Jim
John
Slade.
Slade. Yep.
Oh no, Jim Slade is a Jim Brown character. My apologies.
And of course, don't forget Antonio Fargas from that movie.
I'm trying to.
That's the
was
pimp
so
with the
fucking
fish in his
bad.
shoes. Oh God! And speaking,
Ah.
one more day we're gonna have
course.
to do an episode all about pimps.
You do realize, of course, his previous pimp.
Oh yeah.
That is the original, the one, the only Huggy Bear.
Oh yeah. No.
And while Snoop, I felt, did a decent job in spite of that piece of shit that I had to watch and review. Oh, God, it was fucking painful. I mean, I do not like Ben Stiller. I do not like Owen Wilson. You can't put these two in a fucking movie and expect me not to go, ah! This is bullshit!
And did we mention Steve James? Of course.
No, I don't think we did.
Kung Fu Joe. Can't forget.
Kung Fu Joe.
All right. I'm sorry. We're not doing.
He's getting off track.
Justice anymore.
Oh, no, actually we have, because
Yeah.
we never brought up the Return to Sleepaway Camp.
Oh God.
Unlike me just doing that now. Sorry, Isaac.
Wasn't he in Kill Bill actually?
Nope, just music. Just
Oh, that's
soundtrack.
right. Yep, he did do the music for Kill Bill.
So, music enough on another 70s icon
Yeah.
in Kill Bill. Her Blade Master,
Yeah.
Sonny Chiba.
Yep.
Because Tarantino's a whore!
Oh, now come on.
He loves the 70s cock!
Sonny Chiba needs some love.
Oh, no, I agree with you.
That man made how many films?
Oh, Jesus, right? Well, more than 50.
He makes Jackie Chan look like a fucking lazy bastard.
I know, right? But everyone's trying to compare Sonny Chiba with Bruce Lee. Like, oh, except he's about 40 pounds more heavier than Bruce. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking clever.
But you know what?
Their fighting styles are nothing alike, you dicks.
But actually, if you want to disrespect Isaac Hayes,
like I said, Sleepaway Camp.
I was going to say we go to the character that so many of our listeners
Hey,
probably
Chef.
love. Goddamn Loch Ness Monster.
Hello, children. Yes, by the way, it is not difficult to do that, boys, so long as you're willing to step on your testicles.
Yep, that's right.
Oh,
Isaac
yeah.
Hayes is the voice of Chef from South Park.
Until...
2005, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Then what happened? Oh, let's
he
see.
died.
Yeah.
That's kind of self-evident.
Man died. That's it.
Sean, he snuffed it.
Do you know he was actually on Stargate too, by the way?
Yes,
SG-1?
He was actually one of the Shopa.
Yeah.
One of the Jaffa, actually.
Tolok.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah, he was one of the Jaffa. Yeah, what is Kree anyway? Oh, here, hail, yes, no, a 10.
Oh,
It's kind of all around. Yeah, this Kree is actually kind of a universal thing.
It really is. It's
Sorry,
everywhere.
I'm a Stargate nerd. I apologize. I just got so tired of hearing Shoppa Kree.
Not to be confused with the Kree of the Marvel Universe, which is entirely different.
Oh,
Kree.
screw those blue skin
It's
bastards.
entirely different Kree that shows up everywhere.
Oh,
wait,
God,
no, that's
everywhere.
the Skrull.
You know what's actually kind of funny? Getting back to
I
more
do know
Carpenter.
it's kinda funny. Go ahead.
Actually, getting back more to Carpenter, I always found this interesting that he would do like this minimalism lighting technique that always kind of enveloped their actors with shadows, but the lighting never detracted from the action.
No.
Case in point, where he gets jumped in the higher up in the theater, where he whips all their asses or directly behind him. At no point in time could you not see those characters.
Yeah.
You immediately spotted them coming, lurching out of the shadows. So that was kind of a nice standing. He also did that with Halloween.
Yeah,
Where he
I was
had
just gonna
Myers
say-
just idly move forward.
I was just going to ask you if you're talking about that terrible effect where he always had the spotlight on the front half of the actor's face.
It's a cheap effect, but it works. Well, the other end of the spectrum, I love
God, I hated that effect.
I love the use of his anamorphic lenses.
Oh yeah,
because that Panavision camera always allows you to look like you're in the actual foreground, or it makes a small room look much larger, or you could even do the opposite of that and shrink a room that is vastly more huge by comparison.
And transmit it across the television signal, and then
you're just mocking me.
Pick up the room out of another television somewhere in the Wonka factory.
Yeah,
right?
just mocking me. I
right.
say I did.
No, don't cry, Jake.
This is worse than that time.
There's no crying in radio.
There's no crying in podcast.
Sir, she's crying. All right.
Oh, case in point, another little tidbit.
Yeah.
Is Jamie Lee Curtis is the opening narrator for the exposition.
Really? You're shitting me.
No, I shit you not. You're my favorite turd. As she establishes... I went there. As she establishes the New York crime rate has escalated to more than 400%. What the fuck? That means a murder, a rape, a mugging is happening every other minute. If you're doing that calculation correctly.
Well, this was 1981. There was less population in New York. It's maybe every 3 minutes then, back then. Right? I mean... I
will compromise and say every 2.5.
Fair enough.
Okay. So every 2.5 minutes, this shit's happening, apparently. People are getting skinned alive. They're being fried over and over and spit. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But no, during the whole sequence where she's showing the, quote, graphic effect...
Yeah.
She's describing this, and Jamie Lee Curtis, of course, cut her teeth under doing Halloween in 1978, only to reprise and work again for him in the 1980 The Fog. Yeah, honestly, Halloween is what really put Carpenter on the map.
Oh, yeah. And he brought his crew with him.
What's so funny, though, you would have thought that from Assault on Precinct 13, because Austin Stoker was the baddest motherfucker in that whole flick.
Very true.
Basically, all that was a modern-day Rio Bravo. Austin Stoker was basically John Wayne whooping everybody's ass. That's why I didn't get it.
Oh, and speaking of friends that brought friends into film jobs.
Oh, it's all right, Sean. You don't have to keep thanking me for the podcast. I mean, you were going somewhere else.
Thank God, because my knees are starting to get raw.
Yeah, I know. There's only so much ass kissing you can do.
No, I was.
While you're down there,
along with Isaac Hayes from Rockford Files, was also Tom Atkins.
Oh, great! You're right.
Yeah.
Good Lord, there's a man who has been with Carpenter. There's another character actor. God, that was the character actor I was trying to come up with.
Oh, that was who you were trying to think of?
Thank you. Yes, because he did only that, but he was in Halloween. He was in Escape from, Assault on Precinct 13.
He was in several Halloweens, wasn't he?
He was in the unfortunate 3 one.
Yeah.
That was honestly entertaining.
Really?
They were trying to go for an anthology feeling after the second film.
Yeah.
And they were telling a completely different story, and honestly, it's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little screwy. But, if you're going to detract Screwy from a guy walking around in a Halloween mask stabbing people to death, you're really just operating from ignorance and hypocrisy at that point.
Yeah, because he was the cop, I believe. Wasn't he a cop in Rockford Files?
Yes, actually he was. He was Rockford's buddy. They'd come out, they'd have a drink together. Yes. God, that has been... You have to forgive me. It's been a while since I've seen any Rockford Files.
And Serpico, of course, before that.
Yes.
Who watched Serpico? I mean, honestly.
Anyone that had taste, of course.
Anyone born in the 1940s. What? Anyway.
Anyone born in the 1940s.
Man played a lot of cops.
Yeah. Case in point, that goofy flick, Maniac Cop.
Yeah.
He was the lead detective in that one.
Don't forget,
Don't worry, he didn't last long, folks.
Actually, don't forget Lethal Weapon.
Another film where he didn't last very long. God damn.
And he was a cop.
Michael Hudsack. No, he was a vet that worked with Danny Glover's character. He and Murtaugh were in the shit during what was it, Korea?
Oh, that's right.
Was it Korea or Vietnam? I don't remember now.
It was Vietnam.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
They was old.
I was getting him confused.
They was getting too old for that shit.
It was only 4 weeks for retirement.
It's the damnedest thing.
Mendoza!
Mandingo!
That's an entirely different movie. I don't know where you went. So, about Harry
Oh,
Dean
now I'm trying to remember that Reb Brown rant. Jakota, that's it. Oh, sorry. Reb Brown is a, what's the best way to describe him?
There's no way to describe
action hero who doesn't so much shout his lines as he kind of screams them! Yeah. My poor girlfriend could attest to this. We sat through Space Mutiny.
Yeah.
Thank God we sat through it to the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version. Because if you watch that shit without the riffing, you're in hell. But Reb Brown is primarily a guy that blows up shit.
Yeah.
The funniest aspect is he was also the 1970s Captain America, the TV show, the TV movies.
Oh, you're kidding me.
It gets even better. So he stars in the second one called A Death Too Soon or something like that for Captain America 2, which you see even less of him in the costume.
Yeah.
He's starring alongside Sir Christopher Lee.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now, that's not the part that gets funny.
Mm-hmm.
The part that's funny is they both star in the second Halloween, Your Sister's a Werewolf. Or Streba Bitch, or however you wish to go. Yeah.
No.
To give you an idea of this guy's titles, the only thing that you would actually constitute as amazing work is Uncommon Valor he did with Gene Hackman.
Actually, that is
You know the flick, because, well, it's a Gene Hackman flick. Let's not lie.
Yeah.
But Reb actually gives a solid performance.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there going, dude, did that guy cry? That big, muscly, bound-looking motherfucker? Wow, he actually has some depth.
Oh, yeah.
Who knew? I couldn't tell because he was screaming in every other film I've seen him
I
in.
still don't know necessarily that he has.
But I have gotten us completely off track.
Right. We were
Poor Isaac Hayes. We're just going to move on to Adrian Barbeau's tits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
righty and lefty.
My favorite was actually the left boob when it made its appearance in Swamp Thing.
Ah, yes. It was known for being the overachiever.
Got its own credit, don't you know?
Absolutely.
The speaking part.
Not as much as the boom mic and Dolomite, but pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell I've seen too many boom mics? Oh, my God. Yeah, and a couple of the fact this woman has had an obscene amount of voice work.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, starting off, really, was primarily her portrayal of Catwoman in Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, yes, that's right.
She has also had Hera from God of War.
Because
she has done... what's a good example? She was in Hitman, Halo 4. Dear God, I saw her in Sons of Anarchy, of all things.
Yeah, she did make a guest spot in Sons of Anarchy.
She made an appearance in General Hospital. That shit cracked me up.
She was in the Arkham Asylum Batman video
Yep,
game.
that's right.
Yeah.
The ill-fated title Gotham Girls, as, of course, again, reprising Catwoman.
But no, actually, you know what I always remember her from, if you want to talk about Adrian Barbeau?
Swamp Thing and her tits, yeah, I know.
No, Carnival.
Wow, I almost spat
Don't
up there.
spit there, yeah.
Yes, I best swallow. My apologies.
That's right. When it comes to Adrian Barbeau, you swallow that like a gentleman.
Okay, my apologies.
No.
How will my girlfriend respond to that?
Yeah, no, she was Ruthie in Carnival.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah. Do you remember the main
character? That
character?
was kind of terrifying.
The main character was ogling her from
a distance.
The shower scene that she did as well.
Yes, indeed.
No, folks, not all of my memories of Adrian Barbeau involve her being naked. She actually is a very good actress.
Oh.
I just want to be clear.
I got one for you.
What?
The segment The Crate in Creepshow.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yeah. Creepshow.
Oh, man. General. I just made all the hairs on my arms go up. And if you knew how hairy my arms were, you'd be convinced I'm like the offspring of Cornelius.
Or on the other side of that spectrum, back to really good video games, not just Arkham Asylum, but the Marvel Ultimate Alliance
That's
game.
right.
A really, really good superhero Marvel video game that came out for the Xbox 360.
I believe you're right, yes.
Yep, she did the voice of Sif.
That's right. Oh, God, yeah. Seriously, that works.
And
but just out of curiosity, and I'm kind of, maybe I'm going a little out of the ballpark here, but how come they didn't snag up Jamie Alexander, you wonder?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did they just not get their hands on her?
Not at that time, maybe.
Maybe she twisted her wrists around and made him cry. No, seriously, folks, if you do love podcasts, I recommend you find this. It is on the Nerdist Podcast, and is the episode with Jamie Alexander, who played Lady Sif. And all you could hear is Chris Hardwick shrinking smaller and smaller. She's going, oh yeah, no, I learned how to shoot guns and keep an edge of a blade. And you can just actually hear Chris getting smaller in his chair. He's become the incredible shrinking man at that point. He's like, I don't do anything that cool. I don't.
She also was in that. Go ahead.
And she was in The Fog.
Oh, yeah.
As the DJ. And dude, how the hell did you go to sleep hearing that voice? Other than with a big grin on your face going, yeah, I'm going to have some dirty dreams tonight. Yeah, there's no way, man.
No, not at all. But yeah, no, she was, it baffles my mind. You're right, she was Selena Kyle. I completely forgot about that.
Well, I do know a few bat villains now and then.
Do you know, actually, she was the voice of the computer, speaking of voice work, in Demolition Man?
That's right. Oh, my God.
Interestingly enough.
Oh, my God, we hearken. No, I thought it was Judge Dredd. Wasn't it Judge Dredd?
No, it was Demolition Man.
Oh.
She was the computer in Demolition
Man. Well, then who the hell was the computer in Judge Dredd?
That I don't know. I just remember the murder death kit.
Right, that is... Oh, well.
No, that's Demolition Man.
That doesn't count. That wasn't a real movie.
You know,
I'm going.
Both Stallone.
Excuse me. So I am going on the Last Temptation Christ defense. This is not a real movie. I'm going to shake my placard and make that statement.
You know what? In all fairness, and in your defense, I should have just said that Stallone film because really,
that could have been.
They're all the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Stallone's always the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But by that same stand. You could say that about Eastwood or Schwarzenegger.
But
she was a Dr. Gretchen something or other. Whistler. That was it in Arkham Asylum.
Whistler. Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, but no, in Escape from New York, made back in 1981, she was really looking good back then. Made me stand up and do a
little bit of salute.
Impersonation.
A little slip to attention.
Adrian!
No, I just thought it was funny because you couldn't help but notice her in this film as they put her in the how low cut was that just for cut?
Right.
But it's a full dress
for a scientist.
Yeah, but it's a full dress.
It was. Well, it was a full dress from the waist down. Mm-hmm. There was not much from the waist. And you know what? John Carpenter.
I think he was just proud to display the goodies. Going, look at that, fellas!
No,
you don't get a fuck that. I do.
The man was not new to the industry.
Yeah,
he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people still want to consider her as a scream queen because she has done a few horror films.
Are you saying he was married to her at one time?
Oh yeah.
Really? John Carpenter was married to Adrienne Barbeau?
Indeed.
This role,
oddly enough, the role of Maggie was created primarily for his wife.
Really?
Yeah. So our little badass toting the 357 Magnum, also while still in a dress doing this, folks.
Yeah.
She's not running around in pants, blowing the fuck out of these guys.
With the gun.
Yeah, with the hand cannon. Well, yeah, sorry. Blowing away these guys. Sorry. My apologies. Wow, really should have clarified that.
Yeah, that could have been worded better the first time.
Yeah. But also, keep in mind, this woman is all of like 5'3".
Yeah. No, she's tiny.
She's a tiny little
buxom... I watched the Swamp Thing carry her.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but also Dick Durock.
What?
Dick Durock? Dick Durock. That's it. Sorry.
There we go.
Dick Durock is also about like 6'6", so he kind of towers over everyone.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, another interesting fact. Speaking about voice of computers, she was the voice of the computer in The Thing, also.
Oh shit! You're right.
Yeah. Speaking of Carpenter films.
Gosh, that's a direct correlation. It's almost like you're not rambling.
Yeah, I'll work on that. I apologize.
No, I still love the fact that what's a good example? The St. Louis National Guard.
Yeah.
Are primarily the soldiers that literally do a proper flanking position and coming out with Commissioner Hawk, a.k.a. Lee Van Cleef. But all they asked of him to do was like, hey, can you spray paint it jet black?
Yeah.
And that's probably like the primary reason why he and Russell became pilots. Was just watching those helicopters go. Also, they're crazy and they're white and they have way too much money. You know, the Harrison Ford scenario.
Now, where was Russell's wife in this? Because you mentioned earlier that
that is Season Hubley, cruelly known only tagged as Girl in Chock Full of Nuts. And I just sitting there, looked at that tag and went, yeah, I got nothing to save you, baby.
You didn't even make that unfortunate wording there. That was
Girl in Chock Full of Nuts. How do you work around that? Well, folks, I got to be honest. I'm kind of drained from anything else to be able to describe this.
Actually, there is one thing that we really can't leave this.
You really have to get off her tits, man. Seriously.
No, I was actually going to talk about Ox Baker. And
God, that behemoth!
Do you remember the topic we had a couple of weeks back about
wrestlers?
I was going to say about improv moments.
Yeah.
And real hits that occurred in films, like
Carpenter could not get that guy to calm the fuck down. Yeah. And you have to, if you've seen this film, folks, you know that Kurt Russell is not a tall cat. He's all about maybe 5'8"?
Yeah,
tops. This guy is mammoth, just dwarfs poor Kurt.
Well, Ox Baker
and smacking him around. He's actually hitting him.
He was a real professional wrestler.
Yeah, was he ever in the circuit like WWF or anything of that nature? Or do you think he was actually just like one of those hardcore carny routes?
It might have been. He'd never been in a film before. Escape from New York.
Yeah, if you watch this film, you watch him in the ring while he's wailing waste with that ball bat, you can tell he's really trying to smack the shit out of Kurt. And they're just sitting there going, Jesus, dude, you do realize we're still like 2 weeks away from getting this in the can. You kill him, one, I'm going to be pissed, and two, I'm fucked.
Yeah, Ox Baker, I'm trying to...
Yeah, was it... Well, yeah, no, that's right. No, Kurt Russell was talking about this. He was just doing an interview for The Hateful Eight. And he was talking about this because they were asking, like, well, you've done all these stunts, and you tore up your knee during Soldier, and blah, blah, blah. What was the most terrifying thing? And he immediately went right with Ox. Yeah. Because I had to wrap Ox in the dick to get him to stop trying to hit me, because he tried for the life of him. He tried going, hey, dude, seriously, you got to lighten up. You're going to hit me. It's not going to work, and we're going to be in trouble. You know, he tried verbally informing him. So apparently a good shot to the tallywhacker gets you to pay attention. And by the way, ladies, yeah, that does work.
Here he is.
You want a man's attention? Grab him by the dick.
He started out in '67 in the Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
Oh, yeah.
Friendly Arkansas Ox.
Oh, yeah.
Went into the World Wrestling Council and the American Wrestling Association, the AWA.
Macho.
And then later in the WWC.
Yikes. God, that man was terrifying. How tall is that guy? He's over 6'3", right?
You know,
he's fucking gargantuan.
I don't know, but while he was in the circuit, his catchphrase was, I love to hurt people.
Oh, yeah. That's a comfort. Thanks, John. I'm pulling nails out of my ass. Thanks, John.
Oh, shoot.
Well, folks, I think we appreciate you letting us ramble on here as much as we have.
Yeah.
I'm completely drained for information on this.
And I'm out of booze.
And we're out of booze, dear God. Well, thanks once again, and we're going to try to make these a little more frequent. Again, we appreciate any comments, any questions you may have. Hey, if you guys got a better suggestion for something us to cover, by all means, hit us up on the Facebook page there with Rotten Rambling on. You can catch me at Rotten Reels Reviews, blogspot.com. Great spot there. You can get a hold of me on Facebook for also Rotten Reels Reviews.
Did we mention the Gmail address?
I don't think we have mentioned the Gmail address.
What was that again?
That is rottenramblingon@gmail.com.
Yep, send us an email. We'd love to
Send us info. I am working to get us a decent P.O. box. Send suggestions, movies for me to review, shit I can subject Sean to. Like, yeah, Sean, I'm sorry, but everyone wants you to watch Sergeant Kabuki. Yeah, make sure, if you guys have any trauma movies, make sure to send them so I can subject them to them.
Don't lie, you want to make me watch Buckaroo Banzai.
Well, that's a good film. Yeah.
Actually,
Enough of your condom, monkey boy. Come on, man. Where else are you going to find John Lithgow be? Oh,
that
wait.
movie has...
He is kind of insane.
Yeah, he's got everybody.
Yeah, seriously. You got Goldblum, you got Weller, you've got Lithgow. I mean, my God, that was a huge fucking cast.
Whoa. Say goodnight, Jake.
Good night, Jake. Folks, you have a happy, and we're out of here.
We're out.